Guys, so welcome to Yaffa Sport. Considered to be one of the most ancient and important ports in the Mediterranean and in the Middle East. Now, a few important things about Yaffa Sport. First of all, it's a natural port. The wave breaker you see just in front of me is considered to be new. It was built in the 30s. What's important about it is the limestone surrounding Yaffa Sport that built it as a natural port. Now, another important thing about Yaffa is it's the closest port to Jerusalem. So pilgrimage from Europe, Christians, Muslims from North Africa, and Jews from North Africa that wanted to come to Jerusalem, historically speaking, through the sea, they would probably pass through Yaffa port. This is also one of the reasons why Yaffa was so multicultural. It's like all different religions, different places of the world that wanted to reach Jerusalem, they would come through here. It's considered to be also before 1948 a major factor in the trade route. When you talk about the industry of Yaffa, the orange industry and so on, one of the things about it, it was very close to the city, allowing us to sell our goods to the world. Something very emotional about Yaffa Sport, guys, it's the port that a lot of the Palestinian refugees had to flee through in 1948. So when you talk about what happened here, the view behind me is one of the last views of the majority of the Palestinian refugees that left, that what they saw before leaving. Now, after 1948, Yaffa Sport turned into a fisherman port. Now, in the past 20 years, we've been seeing gentrification projects in Yaffa. Now, it's not only gentrification of the real estate, but it's also about the space and the urban planning of the city. The fishermen have been struggling against these urban planning to stay operating in the port, and a lot of them is generational issues. And unfortunately, in the past years, a lot of the rich folks that moved into Yaffa, they moved in and they have their yachts and their fancy boats, and they're forcing the port management to give them more space for their yacht, pushing more and more the fishermen. So in the 90s, there were about 1,000 fishermen in Yaffa. Today, there are about a few tens, about 80 fishermen that were pushed to the side. So one of our more important struggles in Yaffa is the fishermen that are trying to stay, to remain, and to affect the urban planning so that the Jaffa port is also considered to be a fisherman port, not only a space for fancy yachts.